Every one of us, every police officer serving in this room, every member of the public who is watching, listening, or reading about this announcement have a part to play in locating these wanted fugitives. The reality is the suspects that are on this list are not bound by borders and could be in any of our communities. In fact, many of those in the top 25 have ties to British Columbia. The number one suspect on this list, Brian Fuentes Rimhalo, is from Montreal, but is believed to have connections with strong ties to the Lower Mainland. Several others, such as Mohammed Shire, Dharam Dhaliwal, and Karash Parzam, who are wanted for murder, also have strong ties to BC. If you know where these fugitives are, call in the tip. You won't be asked about the crime that they're wanted for. You won't be asked for a statement or to testify in court. We don't care if you know them. We don't care if you simply pass them on the street. We, and I do mean all of us, just need to find them. My message to all of the 25 fugitives on this list today is simple. The odds are not in your favor. Call a lawyer, come up with a plan to surrender, and just like Rabbi Al-Khalil, your time on the run is over. Thank you. And now I'd like to pass the mic to Max Langlois. Thanks, Max.
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you for being here. Acting Deputy Chief Constable Weedman mentioned it earlier. It may feel uncomfortable, especially if you're in this room today, to see the 25 most wanted fugitives in flesh behind me. And it should. On the one hand, these fugitives have been awarded BOLO top 25 spots, not only because of the major crimes they're charged with, but because they know they're wanted. And they're actively evading arrest. On the other hand, make no mistake, these dangerous individuals are somewhere among us right now. So they will remain this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow, next week, if we don't do something. Together, as a nation, we're sending the message that we're on the lookout for them. Over the years, BOLO has deployed many unique concepts to encourage citizens to be on the lookout for Canada's most wanted, including life-size cutouts, online contests, billboards, and more. With today's concept, the spoof masks, we once again raise the bar in what BOLO is wanting to do to encourage you to be on the lookout. Behind every one of the spoof masks behind me is a police officer, ranging from constable to superintendent, who volunteered for this event. For today, we call them models. To make this as real as possible, in order to give you a better chance to be on the lookout, the physical traits of each model behind me matches the fugitive that he or she is portraying. Look at their faces. Remember their faces. Be on the lookout for them. Detailed information about all top 25 suspects are available at boloprogram.org. With today's announcement, 12 new accused are making their appearance on our top 25, including our number one, Brian Fuentes Rimhalo, wanted for murder by the Toronto Police Service. Of the 78 suspects featured in BOLO campaigns since 2018, 42 have been located. That's certainly an interesting statistic, but here's something we can't measure. How many crimes have been prevented by justice being served, with these 42 suspects being behind bars? In that respect, we'll never be able to illustrate the real impact of BOLO and us being together on the lookout. Today, we're doing more than showing you the faces of these individuals. As always, we offer major rewards. Each of our top 5 cases now includes a reward of up to $100,000 for any information leading to their arrest. These rewards can be paid once the fugitives are in custody of the police services they're wanted by, period. There are no other conditions. Before I conclude, I want to take a moment to thank our main partners for today's announcement, VPD, BCRCMP, and CFSU BC. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. I also want to thank our models who've made themselves available for this very special task. I wish this event will bring you the fame you deserve, but I'm sure you'll be satisfied with the fame you're bringing to these fugitives. In conclusion, don't forget, the fugitives on display behind me may make you feel unsafe. They may make you feel frustrated, even powerless. But these guys are not the ones with the power. They're not the ones in control. You have the power. You have the control. Because we have the power of the collective I. Together, we have made our communities safer and will continue to do so. Call in the tip. Do it now. Thank you very much. Now to our final speaker, TPS Chief Superintendent, Joe Matthews.
Thank you, Max. Good morning. On behalf of our Chief, Myron Demke, I thank you for attending this important announcement. The Toronto Police Service values our productive partnership with BOLO because, quite simply, it works. Since 2018, 25 fugitives have been profiled by BOLO, and of those, 14 have been located. BOLO works because it's not just partnering police agencies, it's partnering with the community as well. You don't make it to number 1 of BOLO's top 25 for stealing a car. You're at the top of this list because we believe you pose a serious threat to any person and any place where you may be. Brian Fuentes Gramajo fits that bill. Quite often, the charges we lay paint a very narrow picture of the crimes committed. In this case, it's first-degree murder. On the surface, we're talking about the death of a young man who was shot and killed in a parking lot of a Toronto mall on July 17th of this year. But devastating as that murder was and continues to be for that young man's loved ones and family, and unsafe as it has made that community feel, I've flown across the country today not only for the justice of one family or the safety of one community. Brian Fuentes Gramajo isn't from Toronto, and quite frankly, I doubt that he's there today. We believe he's a member of a Montreal-based gang called Zone 43. Journalists here in Vancouver may be familiar with this gang, because even though it operates primarily in Ontario and Quebec, it has tentacles on this side of the country as well. We know their members have committed crimes here, and we know they've hidden out here. We are acutely aware that of the number of places Brian Fuentes Gramajo may be, Vancouver is one of them. And that, in our eyes, puts your community, or any community he may be hiding at risk. For this reason, the BOLO program is offering a reward of up to $100,000 for any information leading to the arrest of Brian Fuentes Gramajo. If you know where he is, or simply believe you may know something relevant to his whereabouts, call us now at 416-808-0606. A Toronto Police member will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to connect you with an investigator. So whether you're in Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, or anywhere else in this country or beyond, our ask is simple. Be on the lookout. And if you know something, if you see something, say something. Your call may be worth up to $100,000. Finally, my message to Mr. Fuentes Gramajo and all the fugitives on this list: your world got a lot smaller. There are millions of eyes looking for you. We will find you. Call your lawyer and turn yourself in. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Merci à tous. So we will move now to the question period. I would ask a couple of things. First, that you move to the microphone that is set up over on this side of the camera banks so that your online colleagues can hear you. Identify yourself and try to keep your questions not case-specific. As I mentioned earlier, there will be investigators available for one-on-one interviews for those case-specific questions following the question and answer period, and also following Q&A, we will have that proper photo op. So we now open to questions.
Hi, this is Cecilia with City News. My question is for Mr. Langlois. Since the establishment of the program, sorry, I don't know if you can see me. Hi.
I see you.
Of the 40-something fugitives that you have arrested since this program started, how many of those arrests were thanks to public tips and information from the public?
So that's a good question. We don't receive tips at BOLO. What we want the public to do is to call police tip lines and Crime Stoppers when applicable. So I don't have an exact answer to your question, but I will say 100%.
And you don't have to talk about the specifics, but what are some of the common charges that would land these fugitives on Canada's top 25?
Anything that's major crime, ranging from first-degree murder to human trafficking, aggravated assault. I like to say that BOLO has more judgment than policies. So when we assess case submissions from police services, we need to use our judgment to determine whether or not we have a major crime related to a case.
Usually, as you can see, like the majority of these featured suspects are wanted for murder.
Hello, bonjour, Corentin Mitté-Magnan for Radio-Canada. I'm going to ask the question in English, but if you could answer in French as well.
Yes.
The highest reward is lower than last year. Is there an explanation or a reason for that?
That's a good question. So we use different strategies. And so right now, all our top 5 suspects have reward of up to $100,000 for any information leading to their arrest. In the past, we've used different strategies, up to $250,000 for the number 1 and lower rewards for other suspects. All in all, the global amount that's offered today is very similar to what's been offered in the past. We're just using the rewards differently through the top 25.
Could you give us an answer in
Oui,
French?
alors c'est une stratégie différente qu'on utilise cette fois-ci. On l'a déjà utilisée. Alors, le montant global qui est offert en récompense aujourd'hui est très similaire à ce qui est offert habituellement. C'est juste qu'on a associé les récompenses d'une manière différente aux différents dossiers. Alors, tous les dossiers du top 5, à partir d'aujourd'hui, ont des récompenses qui sont offertes jusqu'à $100,000.
When we look at the picture of these guys on the BOLO website, they're moving. Did you use AI to modify their pictures?
Yes, we did.
And what's
Yes.
the reason behind that?
It's AI generated, and one of my main worries is to make this as real as possible for citizens, because, like I said earlier, these fugitives, they're among us right now. So we need to give, if we ask people to be on the lookout, it's got to be user-friendly. So we're trying to make this as real as possible. So indeed, on our website, you can see the faces of these fugitives activated by AI.
En français, s'il vous plaît.
Alors, oui, on active par intelligence artificielle les photos des suspects sur notre site web. Le but, c'est de rendre tout ça le plus vrai possible.
Merci.
Hi there, Max. I have a question for you. My name is Tanushi from CBC. I just want to know, so you made some changes in the list from last year's list to this year's. Can you explain what those changes are?
So we have 12 new suspects. So a few weeks ago, the BOLO committee convened in a Canadian city, and we looked at case submissions from some 15 different police services across the country. We have requirements, obviously, major crime being one of them. We have 12 new cases. I will say the variety of police services we work with from coast to coast remains very similar. It's about 15 of them. And I will say, like, this list is a bit more heavier on individuals wanted for murder than what we've seen in the past.
Right, and a follow-up question, how do you decide how to rank those individuals?
So that's something that the BOLO committee helps as well. So we convene as a group. We have fugitive investigators from different agencies. Actually, a couple of these guys behind me are on the BOLO committee. They have a special task today. So we assess cases based on BOLO requirements, and then we rank them. I've had often the question in the past, well, like, why number 1, why not number 2? This is all very subjective. It's fully acknowledged. We rank them based on the circumstances of the crimes they're allegedly committed, and the community impact, and so on and so forth. So the ranking doesn't really matter. Here are 25 fugitives who pose a danger to our communities. So please be on the lookout for them.
All right, so it's not the first and the 25th ranked individuals, are they not? Like
They are. So there is like as you go down the list, you're going to see cases that have been featured by Bolo for a while, and you're going to see cases of, I don't want to say lower gravity because all crimes are grave, but obviously if you're wanted for first-degree murder, I think everybody will agree that, that's a more heinous crime than being wanted for assault, for example.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, so photo up. It's like a good moment for a photo up. If you have some additional pictures to take, we'll give you a minute. Would you like this podium to be moved?
Okay.
Okay, so obviously we invited these fugitives, but they have to go back where they belong in this special reality today. So now they will be handcuffed and they will be escorted off stage by police officers. For the media in attendance, also we have roll-up banners for all the suspects feature, as you saw in the room, so they can be, as of the moment the last suspect is escorted off stage, these banners can be repositioned anywhere in the room at your convenience for one-on-one interviews with the lead investigators in the room. Thank you very much.